Alright, since last time I have done a bit of off-screen grinding. Not a whole lot yet. Caroline has only gone up like a couple levels. Lugosi went up a good like 5 or so. The reason I'm cutting it at this point is because this is where a critical move decision has to come into play. And of course it's a freaking Bronzor, the ones that take forever to kill. I will show here that I learned Uproar, deleted Growl for that. It was not a very hard decision. Uproar I have not really had a chance to use yet. It's good just to kind of have another general move that I can use on stuff, but it's not the most amazing thing ever. Probably be actually doing pretty well in this battle because then I'd get to at least stop falling asleep here. But whatever. Let's frickin' get this battle over with so that we can see the reason I cut in here. This level 16 is the first time that Caroline gets to learn a new move. A move that will actually do some damage here. So let me take a second to explain my thought process here, because this was not an easy decision for me to make. Out of the current moves, none of them do direct damage. Sweet Kiss causes confusion, and it has a mediocre accuracy. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Sing, of course, is for sleep. Really terrible accuracy, but I can't really say no to a sleep move. It's gonna be good to keep that. And that leaves us with these two, which kind of go well together. Copycat, if you're not sure how it works, pretty much describes it there. It's not the same as Mimic. Mimic lets you learn the move for the whole battle. Copycat is you just repeat whatever they last used. It's situational and kind of luck-based, but it was, up until this point, my only real way of doing damage. And Encore, of course, makes them repeat moves. If you don't know how that move works, that's what it does. I just keep doing the same thing over and over. So, I actually like the move Encore. I don't want to get rid of it, but I feel like I have to. My reasoning here is these two are kind of too useful to get rid of, and between Encore and Copycat, Copycat is more useful for this. They do go well together, kind of, but if you think about it, not necessarily, because if you lock them into a move that's doing damage to you, just so you can Copycat it, you're probably going to die before they do, depending on what the move is. Normal only doesn't have any resistances, and it's only immune to Ghost, and only wild Pokemon are going to use Ghost moves on you, and even then it's not common, so it's like, I feel like you don't really need it that often. Like, it's cool to get stuff stuck into a, like, cycle where it's just using a stat-up move over and over while you attack it, but I've got to get rid of it. I have to have a direct attacking move, even if it's another grass one. I'd like to have better coverage than, like, two of my team members only having a grass-type attack. But that's what it's got to be. And that leads into my next little problem here. Basically, who do I teach Return to? And do I bother teaching Cut to Terrence? I would if it was deletable, but it's not until I get to quite a bit, like a much later point in the game, so I'm going to hold off on Cut, and I'm actually going to hold off on Return also, and my reason for that is because Cleffa has really, really bad physical attack, and at this point in the game, it doesn't have good happiness either, especially since it keeps fainting against wild Pokemon, so it's not going to be a very good move. Like, it's probably about as strong as Pound at this point. Maybe a little bit better than Pound, but I don't know. I'm going to hold on to it. I don't know what I'm going to use it on. I'm not really saving it for anything in particular, but it'll be there if I ever need it. Let me go ahead and rearrange my moves here. And now we get a bit of grinding before we go into the gym. I could cut this out. I might end up doing that, depending on how long this takes, but I'll at least get, like, a level up or something. But, yeah, that's Actually, I think I'm definitely going to cut this out. I wanted to get everybody at least up to 20. Terrence is still going to be much higher than the rest of them for right now. I generally don't like Pokemon to be, like, higher level than other team members, if I can help it. Like, I try to have everything be even. But in this particular case, he's kind of over-leveled since it was the only thing I've been using up to this point. So, it's not really escapable. I don't know. So yeah, I might get up to like 21, 22, something like that, but that is happening off screen because this is really, really tedious, so I will be back when that is finished. Several days later... No, I'm not kidding, actually it is a couple days after that first bit, but anyway. Finally got up to the level I wanted to be, because we're learning another move. I have never used this move before. It's kind of interesting. Again, for those who don't know what it does, you can only use this one if you've already used all your other moves, but it is very strong. I don't know how often I'm going to get a chance to use this thing, but it sounds more useful than Wrap. Wrap has residual damage, but not much. And if I want to go with the normal move, I'm going to go with Uproar, probably, so hey, why not? Anyway, there we go. I've got everybody up to at least 22. Terrence, of course, is still a bit higher. Let's take a quick look at stats here. So here we've got an obvious special attack, like, preference. It's, like, still obviously the stats are low, but it's got the preference there, which is good, because its main attack is Confusion. But, yeah. Terrence we've already seen, he's still just Mega Drain, that's basically it. And then, Caroline, I don't know what we're gonna do with you. You at least have good special defense, I guess, like... I'll have to find some TMs for you at some point. I think I'm mainly going to keep you around for Sing and Sweet Kiss, and hopefully find a use for you. But anyway, let us go ahead and heal again, and then I will see how bad this gym is going to be. Seeing as how 2 out of my 3 team members only have a grass attack as their main form of damage, I'm thinking Lugosi might have to carry me in this one. Luckily, the Budu family is part poison, so they're at least weak to Confusion, but that's pretty much the only thing I've got going for me. Also, there's an item back there. I forgot about this. What is this? Super Potion. Okay. And it's not going to let me go down this way, right? I actually haven't checked. Oh yeah, because you need a bike. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, I forgot that in this game, oh god damn it, that would have been so much so useful earlier. Jesus, okay. Anyway. Yeah, I forgot in this game, any time that you're asked about the Pokedex, it's just how many you've seen, not how many you've caught, so that's always good. Alright. Well, here we go. This gym received a major overhaul from Diamond and Pearl. It used to be kind of like a bit of a hedge maze, from what I remember. And now they changed it into this big shaman clock, which is kind of funky. And it's got water that you are physically incapable of walking past. So, yeah. Do you count as a trainer? Yeah, you do. Okay. So, let's see what kind of levels we're expecting here, because I don't really... Oh, Caroline. Okay, then. Well, at least I have the level advantage. Now, given this trainer's name, I feel like I have to switch, so let's... Oh boy. Go ahead and give this a shot. Starting with Confusion, and then probably just a bunch of Copycat. Oh. I forgot about Magic Guard. Cool. Okay, so Leech Seed does not help here. That is actually really good. Now let's see if I can possibly beat this through nothing but copycat tackles. Alright, that was slow, but it worked. I will go ahead and at least get a move in on you, and then I'll switch, unless I die from Megatron. Alright, cool. So yeah, I'm still going to be speeding up a lot of these battles. I assume people don't mind this. Alright, so... The floral clock. She was attracted by my floral bookmark. Tick-tock goes the clock. Okay, no, I started kind of getting back into Doctor Who a while ago, and basically, like, came to the conclusion that I really don't like the Matt Smith episodes that much. Like, there's a few good ones, but I really feel like the writers kind of got up their own ass a bit. Like, it's like we were going, like, Bruna and I were going through the series again. Like, we like the David Tennant ones. There's some really cheesy bad ones, but most of them are good. Get to Matt Smith, and it's like, I like Amy and Rory. They're good characters, but the plot lines get so freaking convoluted and stupid. Like, and if you have any idea, like, if you don't know why I'm freaking mentioning this, it's because of that stupid thing that I just sang about, like, the goes the clock, because they used to do that at the end of, like, every episode for a little while. Because, like, oh, the Doctor's gonna die, it was predicted, oh my god, I wonder if that means he's gonna regenerate like he always fucking does. Like, I don't know. Anyway, Dole. Dole is a good word, because it reminds me of Dolan. I still don't really know what Dolan's deal is, but... Anyway. Alright, let's see if I can take you out with Copycat. Probably not with it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should know. This thing doesn't exactly have a stellar move pool, so yeah. Copycat on a move that is going to be 1/4 effective. Yeah, let's not bother with that. Go ahead and Confusion. Go. And another one. Yeah, screw it. Let's just do this. No point in making things more complicated than they need to be. Good team. Really, really great team there. Alright. Speed that up. Do I really need to heal? There's paralysis, but it'll be an added challenge. Let me guess, you are going to have some combination of Cherubi and Badoo, because I don't know if there's any other grass types you can get at this point. I guess you could have stuff from later on in the game, but I'm trying to think what other grass types there even are in this, other than grass-type Worm Atom. Yep, there we go, Roselav. Okay. So, let's do the same strategy as before. Try to confuse it. And then kill it with Confusion, which is... I still find it kind of weird that there's a move called Confusion that isn't specifically for confusing things. That, and there's just a psychic attack called Psychic. Like, that's been in there since Gen 1, but it still is kind of stupid. Alright. Well, that was all I had to do to get to the gym later, so let's go ahead and heal again. I like the sped up version, it's weird. Okay, now can we make this battle more complicated and unnecessary than it needs to be? Because honestly, I could probably just go through the whole thing with Confusion and be okay. But I know that she has a Rose Raid. I think that she has a Turtwig. I don't really remember. But let's go ahead and save state and see what we're in for. Is Gardenia actually, like, a name? Because, like, every gym leader has some kind of pun name, or at least most of them do, and this one is, like, extremely obvious, but I don't know if it's actually a name in its own right. Oh, shit. That's gonna probably be a fair amount of damage. Yeah, it is. Okay, so, for this one, actually, since this one is not weak to poison, I'm going to stick with Terrence here, because I'll resist its moves, it'll resist my moves, but I can at least get in a bunch of growths. And I can paralyze it, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh boy, Quick Claw. Not sure if I actually needed it. Didn't even freaking hit. Okay. Well, luckily, by the time I get up all my growths, that'll wear off. Not that it matters for, like, special attack like that, but, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna speed up a little bit, because this is gonna be kind of boring, so... 1, 2... 3... 4... 5... 6... So why did you use Sunny Day exactly? Does she have a Chirim? I don't remember. Okay, so does this thing still have the Reflect Up, or... I didn't see if it wore off. Whatever. Alright. Well, better to use it on this than something else. Alright. And now what do you have next? Okay, there goes the Reflect. You do have a Chirim, so that's why you're using Sunny Day. I don't know if the sun's still going or not, but let me go ahead and do what I've been doing, at least try to get in a bit of confusion or something like that. Nope, no sun. No more sun. Okay. So, for those who don't know Chirim's gimmick, it basically changes forms in sunlight, but it's... Oh, well, shit. Does that protect it from confusion, actually? I don't know if it does, because confusion is like a secondary status. I don't know if Safeguard blocks that, but... I'm gonna keep trying. It'll probably let me know if that's the case, and Leech Seed isn't gonna do anything to me, so that's always good. Yeah, just keep on missing. And here we go, and possible death. Yeah, okay, Safeguard does block it. Good to know. I am going to go ahead and heal here, even though I don't really want to use you in this particular battle, because I'll probably want to come back to you later. Grass Knot does more damage the heavier you are, so small, fluffy things are not going to be affected by it, luckily. I don't really want to give Terrence the experience for this, but I'm trying to save Lugosi for the Rose Raid, so yeah, let's go ahead and change back. Now that the Safeguard is gone, now we get to do a bunch more growths. I'm surprised this thing doesn't have Sunny Day. That seems like a bit of a oversight. But, yeah, I was starting to explain, it changes forms in sunlight, and it doesn't really give it a major advantage when that happens, because for some reason it only boosts physical attack and special defense. And Chirim is mostly a special attacker, so I don't really get why. Like, it's really random. I've heard that it's basically to be, like... It also boosts the same stats of your partner in a double battle. So, like, the only thing anybody's ever been able to come up with for this thing is to, like, use it as a partner for Groudon. Which means you're going to be using it in, like, Ubers, or, like, some other kind of high-tier play that Groudon would be allowed in. And who the hell's going to use a freaking Chirim in that? So it's not that great. I used one, but yeah, it's kind of mediocre. Okay, so we've got Rose Raid. this thing is probably going to dish out a lot of damage if I give it a chance to, so let's try to just put it to sleep. Ugh. And, of course, that did not work, so... well, I'm gonna die if I stay in if I don't switch, and... yeah. Alright. You know what? You're gonna have to take one for the team. Well, let's go ahead and hit it with Confusion, a launch, and hopefully not die. God damn it. Okay, so it's gonna take 3 of those. How much damage will Magical Leaf do? More than I would like it to. Get confused, maybe? Okay, cool. So that means... oh, what the fuck? Okay. I'm like, you better not have a person berry. Alright, so here, it's basically a 50-50 chance. Either it dies or I do. Actually, it's slightly more skewed towards it because I could also get affected by paralysis. So... sure, let's go for it. Alright. No paralysis, please? Yay! Okay. So yeah, that was Gardenia then. I did not get to use Caroline at all. Well, not for much worthwhile at least. Not that I'm surprised, because it doesn't really have any attacks, but alright. It wasn't really hard, it was just tedious. The Forest Badge raises the special attack of all your Pokemon. I never really understood that. In, like, Gen 1, that kind of stuff apparently happens. It's really weird, though. I think this is Grass Knot. Yeah. Well, I certainly don't need another grass move, but let me see who learns it anyway. I'm assuming Terrence does. Oh, actually all 3 of them do. Maybe later in the game, when stuff is, like, mostly fully evolved, that would be better, but I'd prefer Mega Drain because it has the healing aspect, and I'm okay with Magical Leaf. Like, I still would like to have a not grass attack, but it'll do for now. Alright, Cynthia is still not here. Okay. So, as you were able to see earlier, the main thing blocking me from progress was the fact that I don't have a bike yet, and the guy who has the bike is apparently in weird rotating building up here, so I need to go retrieve a beaver so that I can progress. I don't really feel like doing a galactic hideout right now, but I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Alright, so anyway, I will use this time here to talk about my next Pokemon game of the day. Last time... oh yeah, I need to still teach Cut. Last time I was talking about Sapphire and just my kind of experience with the start of Gen 3. The next set of games to come out after that were Fire Red and Leaf Green, which I really was not that interested in. I did not actually pick up one of those games until after Gen 4 came out, and that was only because I needed it for, like, to Pokedex completion. But I did play through Leaf Green as a ROM shortly after it came out. And when I say shortly after it came out, I mean before it actually came out in the US, because I played it in Japanese. This was the only time that I ever played a Pokemon game in Japanese that I can remember. I did do a little bit of Heart Gold, but that was mainly just for, like, testing stuff. I didn't actually try to play through the game. Okay, you know what? I'm curious. Does anybody learn this? Because it's not a good move, but it is a move that exists. Nope. Oh well. Alright. So yeah, Since it was a remake, I pretty much knew what I was doing, aside from a few changes here and there, like the barrel of toxic waste that you use to get into Saffron City. But besides that, though, it was not too bad. The main problem was just knowing what attacks were, and I kind of got to figure them out just by looking at the amount of, like, damage they did and that kind of stuff. So, it was a thing. I was very confused at Cinnabar Island when you just kind of, like, go off rails and start going to the Sebi Islands, because I had no idea what was going on there. But other than that, fairly normal playthrough. My team in that one was, by the way, here, I wonder which is the right way to go. Could it be the one that's guarded, maybe? But I have to see what's up here, though. Wait, actually... Was it not? Huh. Okay, let me go ahead and check that one then, because that one has an item. But yeah, my team in that one was Venusaur, Pidgeot, Raichu... trying to think. Dugtrio, Kadabra, and Lapras. And because it was in Japanese, I ended up nicknaming them just like the first few letters of their English name for whatever reason. Like, I didn't really have a reason to do this because you've still got the icons to tell what's what, but whatever. So I had like Venus, Pidge, Lapra, Trio, Kadab, and whatever the other one was, I already forgot. But, boy, Magical Leaf, my favorite. I'm just gonna use Copycat. So yeah, that was pretty much Leaf Green. It was a thing. It wasn't terribly impressive, but it was alright. The main thing I got out of that playthrough was just, like, I didn't like the way the music sounded. And I don't know if, like, there was something wrong with the ROM or not, because it's, like, it kind of... A good way to explain it, actually, is it's like WarioWare, because I first played that as a ROM also, and that game has, like, really weird sound effects and, like, echoing bullshit going on for some reason, and I thought it was a problem with the ROM when I was playing it, but then I, like, actually played it on the Virtual Console version on the 3DS, and it was the same exact way, and so, like, I don't know why it sounded so weird. I think the GBA just had a weird sound chip. And so it's like, with Fire Red and Leaf Green, gotta love having a Pokemon that resists every single one of my attacks. Because I have two people with grass moves, this thing is part poison, I have a Psychic move, which won't work because it's dark, and I have a Ghost move, which it resists because it's dark. So yeah. Real great thing to fight here. But, I don't know. I just feel like the music in Fire Red and Leaf Green was really weird sounding. That's all I have to say on that matter. And I thought it was some kind of emulation issue, but it wasn't. It just has weird music. It is interesting, though, how that was the first game to have, sprites for items, because Ruby and Sapphire actually didn't have that yet. Those were, they're in Emerald, but they weren't in the originals. And so, that was definitely useful, since I couldn't read the text. Oh boy, next speed. Do you just not have any Pokemon at all? Or, I guess you did, okay. Oh boy, Krogunk. Thing have any moves besides Poison Sting? Okay, so actually here's a good thing I wanted to test out. So I am actually poisoned right now, but I don't think I'm going to take poison damage. Is that how that works? Huh. That's actually really useful. Because if I'm poisoned, but not taking damage from it, that means I cannot get affected by any other statuses. So, if the Toxic Orb was available as not a, what do you call it? Oh, you take outside of battle damage, though. That kind of sucks. So in that case, Burn Orb would be better. It's a burn cuts attack, but yeah. That would be kind of useful then, because I'd be able to block the other status, but I don't think you can get that until the Battle Frontier, so it's not really going to do me any good. It's something to keep in mind, though. I might be able to, like, find some way to switch into things that poison you. I don't know. It's not likely to happen, but it's something I can try. I stole it from a weak trainer. I wonder how good it might be. Is it going to be a Wurmple? Nope. Okay, so what trainer had a Glameow? Because I'd like to know. They don't exist in this world as far as I'm aware. Maybe don't hit me with Hypnosis? Okay, cool. How about you? Did you steal something from a weak trainer? Nope, you don't have anything. What is this sign here? Does this sign actually tell you that this is the right staircase? Yes, it does. Okay, let's take the wrong one then. Yeah. Ooh, my favorite Pokemon to fight. Alright, yeah, you're going to sleep. No, I said you're going to sleep. No, I said you're going to sleep. Oh my god. Please. Okay, you know what, with the smoke screen up, I don't think that's going to make my chances any better. There we go, okay. Now, I'm going to actually do something a little different for this one. So, let's start by being stupid and using a move that won't hit it. And then using a move that is shit. And then using a move that will actually wake it up. Oh, it died. Wow, okay, hold on. I was fighting a Stunky earlier, and I completely forgot that this thing had Uproar. I could have used... God damn it, I'm stupid. Okay. Whatever, let's stay in the fight, because... Okay, is Uproar gonna end? There we go. Because I wanted to use Last Resort. I want to see what this thing is like. Yeah, go ahead and lower my attack, whatever. Well, that was a strange sound effect. Okay. And it was not that impressive either. Fuck off. So yeah, I don't see myself using Last Resort very often, but it's an interesting little thing to have, so I will keep it around until I get something better. And I need to go back and heal again. I figure I'll try to get through this place by the end of the video at least. I don't know if I'll fight the commander or whoever's up there, like, I don't remember enough to give a shit. I don't remember enough to give a shit. That was a great way of phrasing that. How many more trainers do I have to deal with? Looks like not too many. Here is a scientist who will probably not have anything scientific. Because I doubt he has a Porygon. Might have like a Magnemite or something. Oh, or Kadab. Okay. Well, let's... Okay. Let's see if I can... At least... That did not do nearly as much as I hoped it would. Okay. Yeah, this is a losing fight. You know, it's sad because I was going to have that be a solo run at first, and I'm now seeing exactly why that didn't pan out. Because I took a look at its move pool, realized it didn't learn anything, and basically decided it wasn't going to happen. I did want to try to keep it on my team throughout the entire game, though. Like, the other ones I have now could potentially be replaced. It just depends on what I find later on, which I already know what I'm going to find later on, but I haven't decided what I'm using exactly. Also, screw healing. Let me just use potions. That'll be fine. Okay, you're not a trainer. Yeah, that's the best part about Team Galactic. They have no idea what's actually happening. And a lot of them have really shitty Pokemon, like Wurmple. So, I don't actually know if any of them have had Wurmple yet. I remember them having a lot of Wurmples in Diamond and Pearl, though. Here, let me just ignore what's going on here. And, oh boy, an up dash grade. They're probably just trying to steal Pokemon, actually. Oh no, it's Jupiter Jones. What will we do? Probably should have save stated, actually. I don't know what she has. Well, she has a Zubbit. That's a good start. Alright, usual Zubbit way of dealing with things then, so try to confuse it. And it would be nice if I could copycat that wing attack, but I know I won't be able to. Or maybe I could. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Take a bite of this, child! Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna stay in this fight. I don't feel like switching. No. I guess I'm switching. I could use a super potion, but I'm being a cheap ass, so I won't. Giga Drain. That has to be a TM move on this thing, right? Pretty sure it doesn't learn that naturally. Oh boy, Skuntank, my favorite. Alright, I've used my confusion. Let me go ahead and get my other moves in. After I die from Night Slash. Yup, okay. Well, shit. There's always the use a bunch of growths technique, which is probably what I'm going to be stuck with here. So, yeah. So, anyway. Skuntank is kind of... I wouldn't say notorious, but, at least in my mind, kind of, like, well-remembered for having an extremely shitty sprite in this game. Because it's basically just raising its leg to, like... Obviously, it's to spray, but I like to think it's like peeing on a fire hydrant. Oh my god. Well, I lost this fight. Why is Night Slash doing that much damage? Is it because... I guess it's because it's Screech, yeah. Well, alright. I don't know why I switched to you, because I'm just gonna die, so... Maybe it'll get confused or paralyzed and I can heal or something. You know what? We can make this happen. I'm not sure how, but it's gonna happen. If not, then screw it. I'm gonna do it next time. Alright. So here's the thing. Magical Leaf will be not very effective. Copycat will only work if it attacks me. So, let's slowly attack this thing and do, like, piss-poor damage to it. Oh my god, yeah. I just need to keep this thing perpetually confused. And I think we're dead. Yup, okay. And you don't count because you're not part of my team, so... yeah, there we go. And apparently that was the last time I saved. Was this after the fight or before it? It was before it. So I get to do all that off screen. Yeah. That's basically it. I get to do all that off screen and get up to that point again. So see you next time.